Dzień dobry, assalamu alaikum, ciao, konnichiwa, bonjour, privet. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Ken at 10 here in Southwest London, talking about property as always. How are you? Hope you're well. Here in Southwest London, it's not raining, although we have the brolly behind us and we're anticipating these big rainfalls. They haven't really happened here in Southwest 16. They have happened in the surrounding area, and we have had a little bit of rain, but not as much as we've been promised. And strange, isn't it? We now want the rain. Very weird. Just a little word on sole agency contracts. I saw our friend Perry on media post the other day mentioning sole agency contracts, and I do think it's worth another word on that because he's quite right. Sole agency contracts, there are different kinds of agency contracts depending on which estate agency type you wish to instruct. Number one is a sole agency where you're instructing one estate agent, and the question for most of us is, how long should we sign up with an agent? Now, it should be no surprise to you if you think it through that the agents that want particularly long sole agency periods are also quoting the highest possible fees and the highest possible valuation prices. Now, those two things together should make you think what they're going to tell you is, number one, they'll get you the highest price, and that's why they're charging the high fee. And number two, they want to sign you up for 12 weeks plus, sometimes 20 weeks, ludicrous amounts of time. If you're confident in selling a house at the price you've quoted, you should not be looking for a contract of any longer than 8 weeks, in my view, which is our standard contract term. And many agents will try and give you much longer contract periods and also mislead you on the price. And the problem with quoting a price that's too high is simply this, that if you don't hit that sweet spot right away, then you become that one that languishes on the market. And while you're languishing on the market and others are selling around you, people lose confidence in your product, your house, your property, your home. And the reason they lose confidence is because these days people are very astute. They scroll these lists every single day looking for new instructions. So when your property that was at 550 that's really worth 500 suddenly comes down to 525, they've already seen you at 550, and now it's just that little bit boring. It's that same instruction, same price range, because of course there isn't a 525 range, so anyone looking up to 550 will still see you in that same range. And what happens is eventually you bring down the price further and further, and people get a little bit bored with seeing your property. What can you do about that? Well, a number of things. Number one, if your agent has held you for an unreasonably long time, normally it's a 2-week notice period. Some agents require 4. So make sure you serve notice at the earliest possible point so that you can change agencies. And then we always have a strategy for what I call getting some clean air under your property to make it appear as a brand new, fresh instruction, as opposed to one that's been languishing on the market for whatever reason. So if you are on the market and you are struggling a bit, bear in mind it is August. It's holiday time. Lots of people go away. It does pick up quite strongly in September in our experience, what we call the mum's market, as the children go back to school, as we've mentioned many times. But in terms of the agency contract, be wary of agents brandishing contracts and asking for very long periods of time, and also on the back of very high valuations. If they're confident in their valuation, why is it that they need to tie you up for 3 months? They should be able to sell it in a much quicker period in a strong market. And therefore, be very wary about that. That's the handy hint for today. Apart from that, busy day today, just doing a load of new send outs to what we call the not on the market list of people that are in our local area, some area updates for people in the Green Lane area and Pollard's Hill as well. And really, we've got loads to do. We're chocker. Hope you're doing well. If you can, look after yourselves and your friends and family. We'll be back tomorrow with another edition. Till then, stay safe. Ciao.